Okay, just a final video on sorting, just to make one or two points. If the list is long, then, whoops, if the list is long, where are we? There we go. The chances of having a bubble sort in your exam, or if you see a long list, then it really isn't going to take much sorting. It'll only be the first couple of elements that will be unsorted if you're going to use a bubble sort. Chances are it's either going to be insertion or it's going to be a merge sort. On the merge sort, the only problem that we really had was when there was an odd number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When there was an odd number, because we ended up sort of having an odd number of lists. But if you remember, it finally came down to exactly 2. So when these two merged, that was left out there and we had 2. So an odd number of lists shouldn't really worry you. The only thing I can say is that this kind of thing, when we're using strings, could be a little bit complicated. If you want to, as a tip, let me just get a fresh piece of paper. If I had Steve, Dave, Clive, Emma and Sophie, if you had those and you're going to struggle with sort of the alphabet and knowing orders of things, then why not give them numbers? So look along now and see which one would be the first in the list. So Clive would be number 1, Dave would be number 2, Emma would be number 3, Sophie would be number 4, and Steve would be number 5. And then just work on this. So for example, if I was doing the merge sort now, I've got 5, 2, 1, 3 and 4. So join these two together. So I've got 2 and 5. These two together. So show the arrows. 1 and 3. 4 at the end. And then join these two together. So that's giving me 1, 2, 3 and 5 with 4 outstanding, and then join these two together and I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And you could just replace these with the words. So that one would be Steve, Dave, Clive, Emma, Sophie. That would be Dave and Steve. That one would be Clive and Emma. So you could do it in numbers and replace the words. So you could sort it with something that you're familiar with, but put the words back in so that they can see that you understand. So this one is Clive, Dave, Emma and Steve, and Sophie on the end, and obviously the sorted list as the last one. It really doesn't matter. That would show a little bit of understanding if you did it that way. So I would look at the merge sort. I would learn the merge sort, definitely. It's the easiest one to do, probably the quickest one in the exam, and that's it for sorting. We'll probably look a bit more about why we sort, and we need to look at things called linear and binary searches in the same sort of way for the exam. But at the moment, that's all the sorts you will ever need and how to do them for your exam as algorithms, not as code.